All right, episode number 7 of our Miami Marlins franchise here on Out of the Park Baseball 18. It is Sunday, April 8th, 2018. You see, we are right here at opening day. We don't play on opening day. We actually play tomorrow. We start off against Atlanta before traveling to Chicago. So we made it through spring training pretty unscathed. You see, Wheeler, he's going to be out for another 6 days. Ziegler's going to be out for about 1 more week. The big loss was Desmond Jennings. He's going to be out for about 5 to 6 months with post-concussion syndrome, unfortunately. So our big free agent signing, I guess he's not going to get a chance to show off his skills to us. And unfortunately, the guy that I would have used in the outfield in place of him, Dwight Smith, he actually got injured as well. He has an oblique strain, so he's going to be out for 5 weeks. But after his DL time's over, I'm going to send him on a rehab assignment, then he'll take a spot in our outfield. Because right now, if you take a look at the lineups, which actually I think I have to fix these real quick. I have Den Decker in center field right now, so we definitely need Dwight Smith to get better soon, and that is that. And before we go on, I'm just going to fix this lineup real quick because I accidentally, during spring training, I did ask bench coach for all depth charts and lineups, and he kind of messed everything up. So just give me a couple seconds, and I'm going to fix this lineup up real quick. All right, so the lineup is set. Now, one of the problems with Jennings going down is that it makes this lineup really left-handed heavy. Jennings was a right-handed bat, but right now you see we have 5 left-handers in the lineup. We have 2 right-handers and a switch hitter in Garcia. So right now, at the top of the lineup, we have Revere and Johnson, both lefties, followed by Jordy Mercer. In the 3 spot, Rowdy Tellez will be our cleanup guy. Leonis Martin batting 5th, Leury Garcia batting 6th, Martin Maldonado at 7th, and rounding out the order at 8, Matt Den Decker. So we definitely need Dwight Smith to get back, not only because it will help out the lineup a bit, but just Den Decker, I mean, he's good defensively, which is good. I said it in the last episode. If nothing else, this team should be one of the best defensive teams in the league, because you see Revere, his fielding ratings are solid. Micah Johnson, they're solid. I don't believe I have any really bad defenders on this team, which is actually kind of a first for me. I think Rowdy Tellez is actually the worst fielder on this team, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this team definitely very good defensive team, if nothing else. So at least we have that to look forward to. Taking a look at the preseason predictions, so we are slated to finish last in the NL East, 51-111. Wow, is there anyone supposed to have a worse record than us? No. So we're supposed to finish with the worst record in the league by far, the only team to lose 100 games supposedly. We are not supposed to have any of the top 10 hitters, and we're not supposed to have any of the top 10 pitchers, not surprisingly. We are supposed to score just 505 runs. That's got to be lowest in the league. Yes, it is, by a long shot. So we're supposed to hit 225 as a team, so the offense is supposed to be putrid. 97 home runs, the only team that's supposed to hit under 100. That's perfect. 91 stolen bases. We're supposed to have 818 runs against. 4.78 ERA. That is, what is it? That is going to be the 3rd worst team ERA in the league projected, behind only the Rockies and the Athletics. 1,194 strikeouts, 549 walks. So projections are not too kind to us this year. Let me just see if there's any of our former players in any of these lists. Blake Snell's supposed to have a solid season. It's good for him. So let's see. So the Rays and the Red Sox are supposed to finish in a tie for first in the American League East. The Blue Jays 2 games back. The Indians are supposed to finish first in the AL Central. The Tigers at second, the only 2 teams that finish above 500 in that division. In the AL West, it's supposed to be a pretty good race between the Rangers, Astros, Angels, and even the Mariners are still in there. They're only 9 games back. In the NL East, it's still the Nationals and the Mets, although the Braves the projections seem to think they'll improve, finish 500. The Phillies, 78-84. In the NL Central, the Cubs are supposed to go 92-70 and win it, with the Pirates coming in second place, 9 games back. And in the NL West, the Dodgers and Diamondbacks at the top of the division, followed by the Giants, Padres, and Rockies. So that is that. Let's take a look at our mail real quick before we start the season up. So our season expectation from Jeffrey Loria, just stay respectable. So basically it just means don't suck. Although according to the projections, we are not going to do too well this year, but we'll find out. Opening day, 3 games today. The Yankees at the Red Sox, the Giants at the Dodgers, and the Pirates at the Reds. The top 100 prospects list was published. We don't have any. The top 10, Jaron Kendall, he was the center fielder that went number 2 overall in the draft last year. Alex Fado, Victor Robles, Trent Clark, AJ Puck, second straight year he's on this list. Yusniel Diaz of the Dodgers, Josh Staumont, Jason Groom, Jersey Kid, Garrett Clevenger, and Ian Happ. So if we take a look at the minor league system rankings, your Miami Marlins are currently 14th, so we're definitely in a much better position than we were last year. We have 3 top 50 prospects. Vlad Guerrero Jr. leads that list at number 22. Braxton Garrett is at 28, and Sean Reed Foley is at 44. So not too bad. Of course, I'd like to be in that top 10, but as of right now, not too bad. So without any further ado, I think I'm just going to go ahead and simulate up to today, and the Marlins still have non-roster invitees on their active roster. All right, who would that be exactly? Who is not on my 40-man that's on? So basically that means that I have guys on my active roster that are not on my 40-man, so that are still there from spring training. I'm trying to figure out who it would have been. If I just sort by position, maybe. It might have been one of my relief pitchers. I'm not sure. Let me see. Is it Cuniff? It was Cuniff, I think. Was there anyone else? Dirks? All right, so Dirks is already on there. How about Steckenrider? He was already on there. All right, I think that was the only guy. I hope. So let's simulate. Hopefully that was the only guy. And I think it was. Yes, it was. All right. So now we're here at opening day. So our opening day starter is not going to be Zach Wheeler, unfortunately, although he will be back next week. And I'm probably going to, I'll move this, I don't know, it depends. I'll move Despain or Nicolino to the bullpen, I suppose. Probably, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how they do in their first start. But Drew Smiley is our opening day starter. So we're going to play the game. We are playing at Atlanta SunTrust Park. So let me just make sure the game sound is disabled. 3D view, short PvP. Let me just make sure all this stuff is good. So your opening day line. Oh, we need a pitcher. First of all, that would not be good. We need a pitcher. Where is he? Smiley. There he is. Starting pitcher. All right. So go back to preview. So your opening day lineup for the Miami Marlins does not look very good on paper. Ben Revere at left. Micah Johnson at second. Jordy Mercer at short. Rowdy Tellez at first. Leonis Martin in right. Leury Garcia at third. Martin Maldonado catching. Matt Decker in center field, and rounding out the order, the pitcher, Drew Smiley, southpaw, 28 years of age. And for the Atlanta Braves stacked lineup, wow, Ozzie Albies at second, Ender Inciarte in center, Marcelo Ozuna in right, Freddie Freeman at first, Dansby Swanson, the number 5 hole hitter. Wow, he has developed quite nicely, hasn't he? Wow. Okay, that's going to be a pain in the ass going up against him the next decade, isn't it? Hyun-Soo Kim in left, Tyler Flowers, the catcher, Ihare, what is that? Ihari Adrianza, I think. I don't know. But he's going to be playing third base, and rounding out the order, the pitcher, right-hander Julio Teheran, 27 years of age. So let's start the game once again from Atlanta SunTrust Park. Clear sky, 72 degrees, wind blowing out to left at 9 miles per hour. So a beautiful day. 2 Gold Glovers right there in the middle of the infield for the Braves. So let's go half inning by half inning just to start out with. Hopefully we can get things going fast. And we don't get anything going. We get a hit, but that's about it. Now half inning. So we score a run there in the top of the second inning going to the box score. So it was, what was it? All right, so I'm going to have to go to the game log here. So let's see what happened there in the top of the second. So Leonis Martin, he drew a walk. Leury Garcia, there was a pass ball, so Martin got to second. And then there was a ground out. Martin got to third. And then Martin Maldonado, grounded out to the first baseman, and Martin scored. So sacrifice hit there by Maldonado puts us up 1-0 here in the early going. Smiley is currently at 12 pitches. Let's go top of the third. We get 3 runs there in the top of the third inning. So let's see what happened there. Go to the box score. So we got a home run from our new acquisition from the Toronto Blue Jays, Rowdy Tellez. That was a 2-run shot with 2 outs off of Julio Teheran. So Tellez definitely making an impression early. Right now he's 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, and that home run. So good start to the season for him for sure. And now we're up 4-0 over the Braves. Let's keep going. Smiley only at 22 pitches. He's pitching a shutout thus far through 4. We scored 2 more runs there in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see, was it another home run? Yes, it was. Rowdy Tellez, 2 home runs in his first game as a Miami Marlin. So that one, another 2-run shot, this time off of one of the Braves relievers. That is Adam Plutko. Now the Miami Marlins are up 6-0. Smiley only at 50 pitches. Good start by him, but he lets up 2 runs there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's see. So it was a 2-run shot by Tyler Flowers with 1 on, obviously, and that now makes the score 6-2. Go through half inning here, and we score another 2 runs. So quite an offensive outburst here by your Miami Marlins for an offense that was not supposed to be very good this year. Let me see, was it a home run? No, it wasn't, but we scored 2 runs there in the top of the 6th inning. Now we're up 8-2. Smiley at 68 pitches. Now it is opening day, so I'm not going to have him go too long. Maybe another couple innings. He gets through that 6th inning unscathed. Let's see, top of the 7th, we get another run. Now Drew Smiley's due up to a bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and he's pitched very well today, so I'm going to let him bat. And there we go. Oh, actually, yeah, he got through the 7th at 82. Now he's due up to bat. I don't know why I thought he was up to bat in the bottom half of the inning, but he is at, 95 pitches. So we're going to get Smiley out of here. He, very good showing for us here on opening day. 7 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, just 2 earned runs on that home run by Tyler Flowers. 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. So very good start to the season for Mr. Smiley, our acquisition from free agency. So we are going to get Amarista, I suppose. We'll pinch hit with Amarista, and we will get up, let's see, not Miami. Pitchers. What do we need? Pitchers. Let's get up, who's due up? So the 9-hole hitter is going to be pinch hitter, a switch hitter, and a left-handed hitter. So let's actually, let's get up Caleb Dirks. Let's get up our new acquisition, see how he does. So we'll go through this half inning, and I guess we didn't get anything going there. No, we didn't. Oh, yeah, we did. So we got a run. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, so it's still 9-2. So putting Caleb Dirks as the new pitcher. We're not going to do any double switches just yet. So let's see if Caleb Dirks can get through this inning. We'll go batter by batter here for this one, as we are now late into the game. Nick Markakis is going to be the pinch hitter for the Braves, and he grounds out to our shortstop, Jordy Mercer. Throws over to the first baseman, Tellez, and that's 1 away. Now here is top of the order, so the lineup flips over. Ozzie Albies, and they reached on an error, so there's Tellez. As I mentioned, he was our worst defensive player, and he reached on error by Mr. Rowdy. So now there's a runner on first, just 1 away for Ender Inciarte, a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch, and it's hit into left field for a base hit. Runners now on first and second with just 1 away. Marcell Ozuna, let's see, will he do some damage against his old team? Yes, he does. He lines that into center field, and Den Decker throws in, but it's not enough. As now Albies scores, makes it a 9-3 game. Caleb Dirks right now just at 11 pitches. I'm going to keep him in. But runners on first and second, Ozuna and Inciarte with Freddie Freeman up at the dish. 2-2 count, and strike 3. Strikes out swinging. That's the hat trick for Freddie Freeman. 3 strikeouts today on opening day, and that's a big second out for Dirks and the Miami Marlins. Now here is Dansby Swanson, a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Another swinging strikeout for Dirks, his second strikeout of the inning, and he leaves 2 runners on. He lets up that 1 run, but he leaves 2 on, and we still lead 9-3. So we're going to not going to keep him in. We're going to get up another pitcher. Let's see. So we have a lefty, a righty, and a switch hitter. So I think we're going to get up, let's get up Brandon Cuniff. Let's get him some work in. He made the team out of spring training, so we're going to get him up. So we're going to go half inning here, and we don't score any runs, so now we're going to substitute Brandon Cuniff in for Caleb Dirks, and that is that. So Brandon Cuniff now in, the right-hander. He's going to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Braves here in the bottom of the 9th. Now here's a 3-1 count to Kim, and that one is blasted out to right field, and that one is gone. Solo home run for Hyun-Soo Kim, the Braves left fielder. And now the Marlins, they're eating away at that deficit. Now it is a 9-4 lead for the Marlins. Here's Tyler Flowers with that home run earlier in the game. 2-0 count to Mr. Flowers. That one hit to the third baseman, throwing over to Tellez, and there is the first out of the bottom of the 9th. Adriazana, the third baseman for the Braves, and that one's weakly hit to our second baseman, Micah Johnson, thrown over to Tellez. That's 2 away. Now here's a pinch hitter, Rio Ruiz, going against Cuniff. Cuniff looking to give the Marlins a win here on opening day, And that one is hit over to Tellez, a fly out, and that one will do it. The Marlins win on opening day down in Atlanta at SunTrust Park. Final score of 9-4. Tellez, the big story in this game, 2 home runs in his first game as a Miami Marlin. First one, a 2-run shot off of Julio Teheran, and the second one also a 2-run shot off of Adam Plutko. So a very good start to the season for your Miami Marlins. The bullpen, a little iffy, but you see Drew Smiley, very solid start to the season for him. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, just the 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts on 95 pitches. So good start all around for your Miami Marlins. It seems like the only regular not to get a hit was Martin Maldonado, but everyone else pretty much got in the hit parade. We got 9 runs, 14 hits, just 1 error. And for the home Braves, 4 runs on 8 hits. So we're going to leave that game. And now I'm going to simulate up until the start of May, and hopefully the team can keep this up. It'd be nice to have I'm not expecting to make the playoffs, but, just have a nice season this year, just improve from last year. That would be, that'll definitely be very nice. And it seems like Lindor he had a 32-game hitting streak, but that's now over. But Austin Hedges has a 25-game hitting streak, so we'll have to see how long that lasts. So I'll be back at the start of May. All right, we're here. It is Monday, April 30th, so close enough to May 1st, and it's been a rough start to the year, not really record-wise, although we did get Rookie of the Month for Rowdy Tellez, so that makes it a little more bearable. If we take a look at the team home screen, you see Dwight Smith. He's out for 6 months, so he unfortunately also post-concussion syndrome while he was recovering from that oblique strain, so we're probably not going to see him this year, unfortunately. It does suck. I was really looking forward to using him. He definitely would have had a spot on this team, but it seems like he's not going to be on the team this year, unfortunately. And Odrisamer Despain is going to be out for the next 4 months with surgery to remove bone chips from his elbow. Now, that's not really that big of a loss. He wasn't doing that much for us, but regardless, another big injury there. So you take a look at your Miami Marlins. We are 7-11, 5 games back in the NL East. That's good for 5th place. If we take a look at our, what do I want to go to? Info, and then, team stats. So we went 7-11 there in April. We are 4-6 in our last 10 games. Our offense is doing fairly well, not terrible. 2nd in batting average, 4th in OBP, 6th in slugging, 6th in OPS. 8th in runs scored, 8th in hits, 12th in extra base hits, 8th in home runs, 13th in walks, 5th in strikeouts, and 10th in stolen bases. Our pitching staff is our biggest downfall. We are 15th in a number of categories, including ERA, starters ERA, bullpen ERA. They're all in the 6s. That is awful. So let's take a look at that. So Despain wasn't our starting rotation, so I had to take him out. So Wheeler's not doing very well. Smiley's not doing very well. Fetty's doing awful. Kazmir is the only bright spot to this rotation. Taking a look at our bullpen, Steckenrider's not doing very well. No one's doing well in this bullpen. So it's definitely a lot different from last year. Now I want to call up a starting pitcher because I don't want to put Nicolino in the rotation because he's definitely not ready. Now I'm thinking of Dylan Peters, although the stuff is not really there yet. Although he is an extreme ground ball pitcher. I think I'm going to call up Tyler Beede. So I'm going to call up Tyler Beede. So he's going to get a crack here at the rotation. How rested is he? So he's slightly tired. So by the time we need to go to this fifth spot in the rotation, he should be ready to go. So that is that. So now Tyler Beede is right there. We are getting close to the draft. Obviously, about a month away, and I kind of know who I want to take. I'm definitely going to look when the draft list comes out, but I do know who I want to take. I've seen. So I browse the Out of the Park Baseball subreddit every now and then. By the way, you guys should definitely check that out. It's just reddit.com, OOTP. Just type it in there in the search bar, and you'll find it. My name on there it's Waldo with 2 O's. So if you ever see me around there, just say hi. Definitely love to converse with you. But I browse that, and it seems like there's one guy in the 2018 class that usually does pretty well. So I'm going to want to take him. So if we take a look here. This is the draft pool. So the top 10, of course, in no order. Ethan Hankins, a right-handed pitcher out of high school. Brendan Birdsell, Will Banfield, Grayson Rodriguez, Colton Hawk, Keaton McKinney, Jared Kellenick, Cole Sands, Blaine Enlow, and Austin Becker. So Another pitching-heavy draft here. Everyone except two right now is a pitcher. The only ones that are not: Will Banfield is a catcher out of high school, and Jared Kelenic is a right fielder out of high school. But once again, a very pitching-heavy draft, it seems like, at least in the top 10. So I think I'm going to simulate up until the draft. That would be roughly a month away. It's now May 7th, so the draft is about a month away. So I'm going to simulate up until the draft. We're going to do the draft in this episode, and then I think we're going to call it after that, and then go from there. So I will be back in June. When would that be? So I'll be back on June 6th. All right, so we are here. It is the first year player draft, Wednesday, June 6th, 2018. Your Miami Marlins, they're not doing terrible. We are only 6 games under 500. And while we are 10.5 back of the division leader, the Washington Nationals, that wasn't the goal. The goal was just to stay respectable. And at least up to this point, we are staying respectable. Now, the issue, a couple injuries here. So Revere, he's only going to be out for another 6 days. But Scott Kazmir, one of our starting pitchers, he's going to be out for 3 months with, a partially torn labrum. So Kazmir is going to be out for another 3 months. So looking at our rotation right now, it is not very good. Now we have Stephen Fife in the rotation, and I can't imagine he's going to do very well. The ratings do not suggest that he's going to do well. Eric Fetty, he's not doing awful, right? He never pitched above AA, so I'm willing to give him, a little bit of slack. He's not doing awful. Tyler Beede, he's doing all right since being called up. Smiley, he's done a little better, as has Wheeler. So everyone's kind of improved just a little bit. Even Steckenrider, although the ERA would probably lead you to believe he has not improved, but he's improved a little bit. So that is that. Taking a look at the lineups here, just sorting by OPS. So Revere, he was actually leading the team in OPS. He was slashing 366, 396, 514. He had 2 home runs, 10 strikeouts, 9 walks, 10 stolen bases. He was caught 5 times. A BABIP with 377, 16 doubles, 5 triples. Jordy Mercer having a solid season as well, hitting 304 and 871 OPS, 11 home runs. So he's second on the team in homers with 39 RBIs. He leads the team in RBIs, 23 strikeouts to 11 walks. Leonis Martin has 6 home runs. He's hitting just a tick under 300 at 298. He's slashing 298, 382, 448. 28 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. He's only been caught once, 43 strikeouts to 23 walks. Rowdy Tellez leads the team in home runs, so the average isn't really there, but he has 15 homers. He's second on the team in RBIs with 37. He struck out 46 times and walked 27. He's grounded into 8 double plays, though. That kind of sucks. Leroy Garcia quietly having a very solid season. Not really what I expected out of this guy, but he's hitting 301, 353, 414. He has a few home runs, 18 RBIs. He's stolen 8 bags, but he's been caught 7 times. Oh, my goodness. Micah Johnson, he's in a cold streak right now. He's on a slump, but he's hitting 262, so pretty solid season for him. His BABIP is at 356, though, so hopefully he doesn't regress too badly. Iannetta, I was not really expecting much out of. Obviously, Den Decker offense is in his game. It's defense. Maldonado, same thing. I'm more counting on him for his defense than his offense. And Rojas and Amarista in limited time, not doing too well. So that is that. I want to take a look at our team statistics. I'll go to there. Where was it? Yeah, it was info, right? So I want to see so we're 8th in defensive efficiency, and that's kind of surprising because I thought I assembled a pretty solid defensive team, but that's all good. So we're going to go into the first-year player draft, just taking a look here. Hold on. Not player development. We want the first-year player draft. So the top 10 hitters, or the top 10 players, in the 2018 draft: Jared Kelenic, Seth Beer, Cole Sands, Grayson Rodriguez, Joe Rawlings, Shane Baz, Colton Hawk, Ethan Hankins, Austin Becker, and Levi Kelly. So very pitching-heavy draft. In fact, the only 2 guys that are not pitchers are the top 2 guys, supposedly, Jared Kelenic out of high school and Seth Beer out of high school, both right fielders. So let's get into this first-year player draft. We have the 3rd overall pick behind the Brewers and the Twins. Let's continue the draft. And let's see. So we are looking. I want to do all players. Scroll all the way back up to potential. And there we go. So let's auto draft. No, we want to auto draft until the next pick by Miami. So let's see who went the first 2 spots. So Seth Beer went to number 1 to the Miami Marlins, a 4.5-star guy. Wow, he seems like he could be a pretty solid player for them in the future. Ethan Hankins, the starting pitcher, went to the Twins. So now we have the 3rd overall pick. So let me just look through this list real quick. All right, so I found the guy that I'm going to take. I'm not going to take him right now, though, because I think he'll still be there when we pick again in the 2nd round. So I'm not going to take him. But looking at the options here now, this Keston Hiura guy, it's I like him, right? Like it seems like he could be a solid player for us, so I'm kind of debating on picking him. Jared Kelenic, of course, he's another one that I think I might pick. Now I know I picked Carl Chester in the first round last year, but at this point we're just trying to acquire as much young talent as possible. So even if they are the same position, you know, that's all good. MJ Melendez. So I think right now it's between. Yeah, I think right now, because he's just going to be a bullpen guy, Lane Rendell, Dan Summers. Wow, a lot of these guys. Very strong class this year. I like this. I'm looking at all players. So, Brandon Birdsell, he could be a solid guy. Yeah, so it's between Hira and who is it? And Kelenic. So, I'm kind of leaning towards Kellen. Let me see. I don't know. I think I'm actually going to go, because Kelenic has the power, like that home run power, and the eye, which Hura doesn't have, but Hura has the contact, so he'll give you a high average. He's a ground ball hitter. He is a spray hitter, line drive hitter. You know what? I think I'm actually going to go with Kelenic, I think. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what'll happen naturally is that the guy I pick, he's going to bust, and then Hira's going to be good, right? So, I'll take the risk here on Kelenic, although it seems like Conley. No, actually, you know what? Forget it. So, I'm just going to take Kelenic. We're going to draft him, and then we are going to go ahead until the next pick by Miami. Now, hopefully the guy I want is still there, because he wasn't rated very high, like, for stars, so I'm hoping he's still there. I'm going to be very upset if he's not. And he is, yep. So Hunter Green. So this is a guy I'm going to take in the second round because I don't want to risk him not being there later. So you see, he's a college guy. He went to UCLA, obviously, in Los Angeles. And I took a look at his pitching ratings. They're actually pretty solid. We can definitely work with that. But taking a look further, he's got really good batting ratings as well. So this guy's like a Shohei Ohtani light, kind of, especially if these ratings improve, because I've seen on that OOTP subreddit, that these ratings, for some guys, are actually a lot higher than mine are. So I don't know, I mean, I hope that means like he can kind of live up to that in my save. I hope he's not a bust in my save, but I'm going to get this guy here in the second round, and hopefully that goes according to plan. So we're going to get Hunter Green here. We're going to draft him. Then we're going to go until I keep forgetting that green button's there, that big green button. There's Nico Haggerty. I don't know why I recognize that name. Ryder Green. So I recognize a lot of these names. So let's just sort by potential again. Go all the way up, and there is... All right, so all like the top star guys are gone. So there wasn't really any impossible signs that had like high star ratings. So now we just got to look to find some steals here. Let's see. Let's take a look. So let's see. Mike Fleming. So Theo likes him, because of course our scouting director right now is Theo. Brandon Bassett, maybe, or Brendan. Cash Case. Oh, you gotta take Cash Case. Look at that name. You can't have a name like Cash Case and not be good. That's one of the rules. It's one of the rules of baseball. If you have like a dope name like that, you're definitely gonna be good. All right, I think I'm gonna take Chris Chatfield. I think. Ooh, although. Maybe Kevin Dowdle. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Kevin Dowdle. Unless there's a college guy here that kind of piques my interest just a little more. That avoid K's rating is worrisome. What about Bakari Gale? His skill set's intriguing. He doesn't have the power, but... you can find guys like that in free agency. Snip. I think I'm going to go with, what was his name? Gunnar Troutwine, another guy, grade A name, love it. Andy Sterling, he's going to be a bullpen piece. I'm going to go, I think, who was it, Brandon Bassett, was it? Or was it the other guy? No, it was the other guy. What was his name? Kevin Dowdle? Yeah, Kevin Dowdle. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with Dowdle, Coronado. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to go with Coronado, and then if Dowdle's there in the next round, I'm going to take him. Or Dowdle, excuse me. So we're going to auto pick. Let's see. So Chatfield is not there, but Dowdle is, which is good. That's who I wanted. So we're going to take Dowdle because our scout kind of likes him too. So we're going to draft Dowdle. And next pick. And let's see. Nick Donnelly. Let's go back to our head scout ratings here. All right, so our scout doesn't really like Nick Donnelly. Cash Case could be a solid pick here. So I think I'm going to go with Cash Case. I think he could be a solid addition to the club, to the organization. All right, now is the time when you really just want to start trying to find like some steals here. Another tip, by the way, which some of you might know this, but some of you might not. If it says like he's a left fielder or just like a batter of any sort, always take a look at the ratings, because a lot of times, like with Hunter Green, right, like it might say he's a pitcher, but he might be really good offensively. Or, the opposite case, he might be, an outfielder, but he could have really intriguing pitching ratings too. So always just take a look at that. It's always a good thing to do. As I mentioned before in the first draft episode, like you can take those impossible sign guys, and as long as you offer them like enough money, they'll sign. Like they're not impossible, but I think I'm going to go with Gunnar Trautmann here. Now in the 7th round, so let's just keep going here. Brady Acker, I think, is going to be our best bet. He's a normal sign, so yeah, I think Acker's going to be our best bet. No power to speak of, but he could be, a solid average guy, if nothing else. He's got speed. So we are going to draft, where is he? Brady Acker. Took a look at him. So we're going to draft him, see who else is available there. Robin Adams, perhaps. No. Jordan Abernathy. Oh, that's a perfect last name. Abernathy. He's got to be good, right? All right, yes. Now we're getting to like the 1-star guys. Let's see. I want to see who OSA likes. So let me just do this. Fleming, OSA. I know there's an easier way to do it, but I'm just going to do that. So they like this guy, Tristan English, supposedly. I can see why. Not a big contact guy, though. How about Esposito? No, all right. So a lot of these guys are not contact guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but... All right, now this Ryan Jeffers guy, I might take Easton Lucas, possibly. Yeah, I think I'll take Easton Lucas, although the stamina's a bit of a question mark. He cherishes his privacy. Ooh, Jackson Lueck. I think I'm going to go with Jackson Lueck. Yeah. Now, hopefully some of these guys are still here, and they are. Who was I going to take? Esposito, maybe? Was he the guy I was going to take? Yeah, I'll take a shot on Esposito. Why not? He can play multiple positions, so I'll take a shot on him. Now we are here in the 10th round, and Easton Lucas is still there, which is interesting. So the stamina is a bit of a question mark, but I'll take him. If nothing else, I think he could be a solid bullpen piece, which is, fine to look at. Or fine to look for, at this point in the draft. Now, our scouting director thinks we should take Mike Fleming. He's an impossible sign. I don't want to waste, you can probably waste a pick on him at this point if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to because I know I'm not going to sign him. He's got an intriguing skill set, but I don't have the disposable income necessary to do that. So we're going to go Devin Goosage. Oh, wait, oh, wow, he actually went to LaSalle. That's crazy. All right, so, yeah, I'm going to go with, where is he? Damn it. So we're going to go OSA, Devin Goosage, and draft the player. And now we are going to be, in the 12th round. So I'm just going to let my scouting director take care of this. So I'm going to complete the draft. I'm going to give all those guys contract offers, and then I'll come back when I get news regarding them. All right, so I am back. We got the draft guys that we wanted to get signed. Now, the good thing, we had to go slightly over slot to get our first pick, Kelenic, but the good thing was that my next 4 picks, they all wanted under slot value, so I decided to, it was good. So I was able to get all my draft picks. My scouting director took Mike Fleming and Andy Sterling. I'm not going to sign them. I don't really, as I mentioned, I don't really have the disposable income to pick them up. But this is going to do it for episode number 7. Be back tomorrow with episode number 8, where we will get to the end of the season. Hopefully, to stay respectable. You see, right now we're 26-35, so a little better than I expected, which is nice. So hopefully, we can stay respectable. I want to just thank you all for watching. As always, thank you for the continued support, and I'll see you tomorrow with episode number 8. Enjoy the rest of your day.